with this police department. I think it's consistent with the concerns that have been articulated by all of the people that have been marching and protesting and crying out for justice. This is a police department that is out of control. This is a police department that doesn't have respect for the law, and it's a police department that is very comfortable with not telling the truth about what happened. It's huge.
Well, if this is justice, I'll take something else.
I can just say it was downright, it seems to me, unjust, and it seems highly charged because this young man did not have what he's supposed to have in the legal system, a defender, somebody who would take up his case, somebody who would say, let me put myself in his shoes, literally, and understand what it means to be the victim of a collective prejudice that is articulated by means of this police officer's feeling that he's a demon, and then beyond that, to marshal the evidence, it's a front-loaded, which is to suggest that the trial was going on. You didn't misspeak. That's not a spoonerism. What you articulated there was the fact that there was a trial going on, except it didn't have any of the elements that would make it fair. We didn't have somebody else to balance out what was being said. The officer, testified for 4 hours, and guess what? When you kill the only other witness who could contradict your statement, you are guaranteed to have the viewpoint of your own particular perspective be taken as the truth. You can't ask for a clearer articulation of the demonization of black masculinity as saying that this black man looks like a demon, comparing himself to comparing Michael Brown to Hulk Hogan, him to a 5-year-old boy. So, you infantilize yourself and make him the man. There have been studies out there released recently, empirical studies, that suggest two things: that many people see, black kids as older than they are, so that there's a loss of innocence of black masculinity and other childhoods. And on the other hand, there's a lack of humanity ascribed to these forces converging here. The lack of humanity, and in that sense, the denial of the innocence of this, human being. So when you put that together, Mike Brown looks like a horrible, figment of the collective imagination of America that is scared to its ends. That's why it could feel appropriate to him to say this, and why people listening to it who are not African American or other minorities might resonate with that, even though they may be ashamed to say so and rarely explicitly articulate it.
I have the ability to sit within myself and say, what if it were my child? How we as fellow human beings cannot just imagine that for ourselves. Why we so readily go to policy and what he could have been doing. Whatever he was doing, did he deserve to lose his life because of it? What can I do? I'm unarmed. What can a kid do? What do you say to a mother if it were you? And so if you cannot understand that, I don't know what type of human being you are. I feel sorry for you if you cannot imagine what this woman is feeling.